Friends, gather round. This weekend something truly bananas happened, even for a guy who eats ketchup with his well-done steak. On Friday night, like a bad sequel to the Saturday Night Massacre, Trump went on a firing spree. He axed a bunch of government watchdogs. We're not talking about cute, fluffy Samoyeds with badges, but actual human beings with the incredibly important job of keeping an eye on the government. These watchdogs are called Inspectors General. Catchy, right? They sniff out waste, fraud and abuse in different parts of the government, like the Department of Defense or the EPA. They're like the hall monitors of democracy, making sure everyone is playing by the rules. Or at least they were until Donnie Two Scoops decided he didn't like being watched. Now you might be thinking, John, why should I care about boring government stuff on a Monday? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because this is important. This isn't just Trump being Trump. This is a five-alarm fire for democracy. And it smells a lot like someone left a giant pot of self-dealing to burn on the stove. So, who did Trump fire? Well, we're still trying to get a full list because, surprise, surprise, the administration isn't exactly being transparent. But we do know he fired the Inspector General for the Small Business Administration. That's right. He fired the person whose job it was to make sure pandemic relief loans weren't going to, I don't know, his own businesses or something. He also went after the acting watchdog at the Pentagon who was overseeing trillions, yes, trillions of dollars in pandemic spending. This is starting to feel a bit on the nose, even for a guy who once suggested injecting bleach to cure a virus. And it wasn't just these two. Reports say he fired or replaced at least a dozen inspectors general in total. It's like he's playing a twisted game of government whack-a-mole, except the moles are trying to do their jobs and the hammer is shaped like a Twitter rant. Now, you might be wondering if the president can even fire inspectors general willy-nilly. The answer, unfortunately, is a bit complicated. Congress, in their infinite wisdom, gave the president the power to fire these watchdogs, but with some strings attached. The president is supposed to give Congress 30 days' notice and provide reasons for the firing. Did Trump do that? Of course not. He went full-on rogue, firing people on a Friday night, probably hoping no one would notice. But notice we did. And so did some Republicans who are finally, after years of enabling, starting to show a tiny bit of spine. Even Senators Chuck Grassley and Susan Collins, who usually side with Trump, expressed concerns about the firings. That's like finding out Mitch McConnell can smile. It's unsettling and you're not sure what it means. Look, I know this is a lot of inside baseball government stuff, but trust me, this matters. These inspectors general are crucial for a functioning democracy. They're the ones who keep the government honest, or at least try to. By firing them, Trump is essentially saying that he doesn't want anyone looking over his shoulder, especially when he's handing out trillions of dollars. And that, my friends, should scare the bejesus out of you, because when there's no oversight, there's no accountability. And when there's no accountability, well, let's just say things can get very, very ugly. So stay tuned, folks. This story is far from over. And it's one we all need to pay attention to because the future of our democracy might just depend on it. Might just depend